Marcus Escada.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marcus Escada, and I hail from North Carolina. Thank you. My story begins at the age of 21. Having moved from North Carolina to the state of Georgia to attend college, I had actually never really been experienced with homosexuality. Finding myself having graduated high school, I transferred to Emory University and actually met a guy. We dated, we continued to date for several months, never actually having Christianed our relationship. Essentially what happened was, I wanted to figure out what happened. So essentially in one passionate night, we essentially ended up making out and we didn't go far. So essentially what ended up happening is he basically told me he was HIV positive. And he asked me an essential question: do I know my status? Having been 21 at the time, I wasn't really sure how to answer the question. I could have lied and told him that essentially I'd never been tested, or I could have basically told him that I was negative. At that point, I basically explained to him that I'd never been tested, and he asked me why. I always explained to him that I was always afraid of needles, and he began to explain to me the rapid test and how the oral swab would actually end up working. Fast forward to today, essentially the reason why this case was very important was because of Aaron that I actually was able to go get my first test. He went with me and was able to explain to me the importance of getting tested. The significance of this story and the reason why this story is important. So this category also asks us to explain why is this story relevant and important. The importance of this story is actually several themes in it. The first theme is actually the voice of one person can change the countless lives of others. By me speaking tonight, I want to let you guys know, being from a small town from North Carolina, moving to the big city of Atlanta, I too was afraid and unaware of how HIV testing would actually end up working. But I want to let you know the power of the voice that Aaron transferred to me, I'm transferring to you. I'm definitely encouraging you guys to get tested. The second part of the story basically comes down to self-awareness. Whether you ever don't let anyone else know outside of your care specialist or your manager, your case manager, if you are positive, essentially self-awareness is the most important thing in knowing your status. You knowing how to stay healthy and lead a prosperous life will actually help your life maintain. I want to thank you guys for considering my role models today.